Good morning, everybody. Ruth and I, indeed, have been going back and forth on a daily basis with emails and trying to organize and get ready for this event today. And I'm having a sort of sense of deja vu, because it really doesn't seem that long ago when we were all sort of gathered out at the Holiday Inn out on Sherbrooke Street and celebrating National Seniors Day. The sense of deja vu comes with a little discouragement, because I realize, having celebrated my 71st birthday in August, that I'm now much more senior than I was then. And I wonder if there's any way of reversing this aging process. I'm not sure there is. Where's Costa Riala from the meeting? Anyway, I'm most happy to be here with all of you today, and we really do, as Ruth has said, have quite a lineup of activities. It's been said that the pleasure one derives from volunteer work is its own reward. That being said, there are some people who give so much to their communities, it becomes our pleasure today to add a little something to that reward by recognizing their dedication. 9 such people are going to be honored today. 2 of them, unfortunately, will not be able to attend. One for illness and one because we understand she's in Colorado. And we think probably involved in a walk-a-thon to raise funds, which she's want to do. These people, as I introduce you to them in order to keep our agenda going along rapidly toward our lunch break at noon, I would appreciate it if you keep your applause until the end. And the first of the honorees is Geraldine said. Her love of music, though, led to her childhood sweetheart and her husband, and you will all recognize the name, Roger Duson, voice of the national anthem, all those wonderful sporting events. Since Roget's passing in 1981, Geraldine spent most of that 30 years of her time, raising funds for dozens of charitable and humanitarian organizations here in Montreal. Geraldine has donated many hours to the Children's Wish Foundation. Dr. Daphne Namush, and I'm reading this name phonetically, Daphne, if you're in the room, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Daphne is an active member and former chair of the Education Committee of the McGill Center for Studies in Aging. She's given 50 years of her life to the field of seniors' health and social services. Daphne's work on elder abuse has provided the national standards for the prevention and identification of elder abuse. Daphne was also the director of the McGill School of Social Work. Dr. Clarence Bay has taught at Sir George Williams Concordia University at the Sir George Williams Library since 1961. He designed and directed a facility training program for the James Bay Regional 3. Currently, he's involved in exploring the use of communications technology, behind the curve, which I certainly am. As I get older, I seem to be farther and farther behind the technological curve. And he has assisted in the integration of minorities into the Canadian economy. Dr. Bay helped create many of the key Black organizations in Montreal's English-speaking Black community, and is the founder of the Black Theatre Workshop. And the workshop still employs and showcases the talents of Black actors in the Montreal region. Yura Greenbaum is Executive Director of the Association for the Defense of People and Their Property under Public Curatorship. He contributes on a volunteer basis as the Vice President of the NDG Community Committee on Elder Abuse and to AMI Quebec, Action Against Mental Illness. Unfortunately, Harold Greenspan is not going to be with us today. Harold is ailing and is bedridden at this point. But Harold has certainly been a long-time volunteer at the Cummings Center in Montreal, and as past president of the board of directors there, has donated countless hours of his time. He came up with the idea, Jack, for the center to host Montreal's sports celebrity breakfast. And my good friend David has been involved with that, has on recent years. And that's been hugely successful, as many of you know, as a fundraiser. Every year, Harold has made a lifelong commitment to improving the lives of seniors. Dr. Catherine Gilbert began her volunteer activities, and Catherine, as I mentioned a moment ago, is, as we understand it, in Colorado, and local district. She began her volunteer activities at a really early age. She's been involved with numerous groups, notably the University Women's Club and Alliance Quebec. She is a founding member of Home Start, that's helping young mothers, and has established Our Harbor to help and house English-speaking people on the South Shore who suffer from mental illness. As we say, staying active keeps us healthy, and as you read Catherine's biography in the booklet that you just handed, you'll see that she's just how active she remains as a volunteer and how she uses her walks to raise funds for our project. Bella Thomas is dedicated to sharing with people, both young and old, her passion for creative thought. When she and her husband Michael moved to Montreal South Shore back in 1967, she created Saturday Activities, which became the Preeville Fine Arts Center. She helped create the French immersion program at the St. Lawrence Protestant School Board and the South Shore Children's Chorus. That Boron is deeply involved in the Foundation, a non-profit group helping meet the social and cultural needs of Montreal's South Asian community. And he and other members of that community have developed a unique South Asian seniors home. And we have to mention that that home welcomes virtually every nationality. Mr. Horowitz, volunteerism is the backbone of society. And finally, Patricia McGurnigan. She's worked with Catholic community and services in Montreal's Little Burgundy district for years, and while raising a family, has been involved in volunteer work since the 1950s. Working with the Brothers of Good Shepherd, Patricia helped set up the Catholic Women's Center. She says Little Burgundy has a great deal of community spirit. There you have it, 9 people who make a difference.